What a wonderful morning.
Seems like the perfect day to try out some new anime. Let's check this one out.
会長には妹がいるんですから、妹とガンガンしていると思ってました。
Wait,
それな。
did she just say sister?
Bruh.
死ねえよ、バカじゃねえの。Got it.
Okay, so you're looking for an hand, and you're thinking, what's out there that would be good and fun to watch? With so many popular series and so much hype and conversation around them on the internet, you might even wonder, which one do you choose? Where do you start? Well, after going through a lot of anime myself, I've picked 5 of the best starters that showcase the brilliance of their genre, while also sprinkling moments from genres beyond their own. So whether you like action, or you prefer some romantic comedy, this video should hopefully give you the perfect starting point, and it can be a gateway for more anime in the future. That being said, let's start with the first one. Full Metal Alchemist. So, what's there to like about this anime? Well, there's the insane action with phenomenal fight scenes and unique powers which color the screen and bring every sequence to life. Along with this, it's all set in a world that looks serene and vibrant on the surface, but it has an unsettling darkness stirring in its depths. Which brings me to the story, which combines philosophy, history, and human nature into its world to deliver some of the most hype moments ever. Not only this, all the characters help carry the show to great heights. Whether it's the main cast or the smaller roles, they all add to the narrative and help paint a better picture of the world they're in. So about the story, Fullmetal Alchemist follows 2 brothers after they attempted an alchemy experiment that went terribly wrong. The failed experiment made the younger brother Alphonse lose his body, while the older brother Edward lost his arm and leg. But despite the unfortunate accident, they choose to overcome this tragedy together. They both join the military to learn how to get their bodies back. But very quickly they realize this will not be easy, because the journey reveals many more secrets. And finally they start to see the danger they face. They must now fight against enemies that are out to destroy them. Enemies that reveal so many more mysteries about the world they're in, and the true danger their journey brings with it. And with all these things combined, this anime delivers exceptional moments of comedy, tragedy, mystery, and even romance, and deserves its place as #1 on so many lists. Fullmetal Alchemist is simply perfect if you're looking for one of the best action anime ever. With great character development and amazing world building, this is an anime series that will keep you hooked to the very end. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. So what's there to like about this anime? Well, it's a rom-com with some of the most hilarious moments ever. But maybe you like your rom-coms to have some mind games. Well, this anime delivers those moments like literally no other. It's like Sun Tzu's Art of War, only they made a romantic anime on it. But maybe you want characters to cheer for. Well, that's great, because Kaguya-sama has some really fun characters too. From the way they're animated to their individual personalities, none of them felt like they overstay their welcome on the screen. But beyond all of this, the romantic battle of wits in this anime is unique, hilarious, and well executed. So the story follows 2 high schoolers, Mayuki and Kaguya. They're at the tippy top of this extremely elite school. But they have a problem. They have a crush on each other, and being the dumb high schoolers they are, somehow they both come to the same weird conclusion. The first one to confess loses, and would be the lesser one in the relationship. So whether it's small acts of affection or massive efforts to avoid detection, they both play this absurd game of 4D chess just to get the other person to confess. And this dynamic results in some ridiculously funny moments in the show, because they both want to confess. They just don't want to be the first one to do it. And all of these things, when they're combined, they help set Kaguya-sama apart by being a heartwarming, charming, and funny romantic story, which is a great starting point for anyone. Death Note. This is one of the greatest stories with a compelling anti-hero and a compelling antagonist playing an intense game of cat and mouse. As a mystery and psychological anime, what Death Note lacks in fisticuffs and typical action, it makes up for by showing the thought process of geniuses in a battle of wits. Not only that, combining great writing with great animation and music, Death Note delivers so many iconic moments in anime. Like this scene, where we see something utterly mundane shown in the single most hyped way imaginable. Like, look at it. He's eating a potato chip. A potato chip. That's insane. There's so much animation behind it. But because it's unlike an action anime, the limitations actually drive the story forward in a way that anyone can relate to it. Like, we see Light start off as a perfect student, but the power slowly turns him. He becomes a megalomaniac and a self-proclaimed god, which is as crazy as it sounds, but that very fact is what enables Death Note to be so good. So if you're thinking about a good cerebral starter, Death Note is a great choice. Moving on to the story, the anime starts with Ryuk, a god of death, who drops a Death Note from his world to Earth. Back on Earth, Light, who is a genius model student, stumbles upon it and learns it can be used to end anyone if he just pictures their face and writes their name. He experiments with it and discovers the powers are real. After some hesitation, he starts to think this power is a blessing and it's his fate to rid the world of criminals with the Death Note. Eventually, some time passes and Light continues to target criminals, but what he's doing is now starting to get noticed. The authorities involve a genius investigator to help solve the case of criminals suddenly dying everywhere. As the investigator slowly uncovers the mystery, a battle of wits starts between him and Light as they fight to overcome each other and make their individual justice prevail. Overall, if you're looking for your next anime and you haven't seen Death Note, rest assured that it is an iconic anime to start with. Spy X Family. So what's there to like about this anime? Spy X Family is a family-friendly anime that has a bit of something for everyone. The story is lighthearted and dips into a variety of genres without ever overstaying its welcome. Not only that, the main cast is also charming and their dynamic together is wonderful and heartwarming. So from the voice actors delivering their lines perfectly to the well-executed action sequences, there is a lot this anime does right. Like, just look at these reactions. Overall, it's a wholesome and exciting experience and makes for a great starting point if you're looking for an action comedy. Moving on to the story. So the story starts with Twilight, a spy who gets tasked with a top secret mission against a reclusive and secretive official in a rival country. However, in order to get close to the official, Twilight needs something very important. He needs a family in order to infiltrate the inner circle of his target. So with some creative thinking, he gets a daughter and a wife, and now he has a family of 3 living under one roof. This is where we get introduced to the show's comedy. Basically, the father is an ultra cool spy, the mother is a clumsy but skilled assassin, and the daughter is a telepath. Yep, you heard that right. And to make things even funnier, none of them know the truth about the other person, yet they continue to stay together because they need to, and they become this dysfunctional family with some of the craziest secrets and the weirdest moments ever. Overall, if you're looking for something chill and fun to watch, Spy X Family is a great starting point. Attack on Titan. So what's there to like about this anime? Attack on Titan is an action anime with some of the best storytelling ever seen in fiction. With intense character development and world building, this anime hooks you right from the first episode. The story is so compelling and has such plot twists that even with multiple rewatches, I kept discovering a new angle that I didn't notice before. Combining the story with all the visual spectacles, music, and political narrative, it always had me hooked and wanting more. But beyond the story, Attack on Titan also delivers some of the best ever action sequences that will just keep your eyes glued to the screen. So I'll be approaching things a bit differently for this story if you stuck around, because I don't want to spoil anything and I want you to enjoy whatever you see for the very first time. So with that being said, the story starts with humanity being on the brink of extinction, as they are under attack by giant zombie-like creatures known as Titans. In an effort to defend themselves, the remaining humans take shelter in a city and surround themselves with massive walls to keep the Titans out. Many years later, among the survivors still hiding behind the walls, is a kid called Eren. One day, after suffering a devastating personal loss because of the Titans, he dedicates his life to eradicate all the Titans that threaten them. This pushes him to join the military's war effort, but as he learns more about the threat of Titans, he also learns more about the mysteries and secrets of the world they're in, and the real threat they face that they never expected. If you're looking for a great action anime with an evolving theme and story, sprinkled with some thriller and mystery, look no further than Attack on Titan.
Well, we've reached the end of the video, guys. Thanks to everyone that stuck around. This is my first ever upload on YouTube and one hell of a learning process, but hopefully I'll keep improving for every next video. If you want to support the channel, drop a like or comment and help me get to that 100 subscriber mark by clicking on that nice little red button. Anyway, thanks again for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.